Well, the guys came back pre-season, August 14th in earnest. We had 3 days where we had a piecemeal get together before our first game, which we had a dry run against UNC Wilmington. Things went fine from a standpoint of we played some good collective football, but also highlighted a lot of the areas that we had to work on. So that was a nice welcome back to pre-season, things to get back to the drawing board and get some analysis. We brought in 9 new freshmen this year, which has given us a good depth, a good look. I'm very happy with the squad that we brought in. We also got some additional guys in there working out, and we still have yet to make some cuts to get down to the final roster. So right now you'll see the guys behind us, they're all working hard to get the starting lineup sorted out, as well as getting ourselves into the squad too. The lads, to give them testimony, they did come back in reasonably good shape. And that's paramount when it comes down to college soccer. We know the athleticism of Division I is fast, it's furious, and we have to be a team that can sustain that through 90 minutes with the caliber guys that we can have in our starting 11 through. So I'm quite pleased that's given us a good benchmark, and hopefully we can kind of build upon that over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, we've got a big squad coming in right now, a lot of guys fighting for places, and there's some notable guys to keep an eye out this year. We welcome back Pat McDaniel, a 5th-year senior, who will be the heart of our defense. Big guy, big strong guy, hoping to go out with his Lancer career doing well. To join him, Dana Bodie at the back as well, offers a lot in the backfield. And one new addition up top as a returnee. Some guys we might remember Zach Crandall from his 2011 year. He had a sabbatical for a year, but he's back, and we know he's very capable of scoring goals. In addition, we've got some guys in midfield who are very critical to our success. Rhys Cairns, Philip Bacom, who were both freshmen last year. They were named captains in spring, and they're going to bring their experience, expertise, and willingness to make sure that midfield gels. Jared Wint is another guy that we think has got a lot to offer. And as well as we've got some young guys. Now, the young guys have got the most to learn, so the expectation is not to kind of hit ground early, but we have been surprised with 1 or 2 guys. Ben Farrell has done very well. Michael Margulis has also done some very good stuff in there that these guys could maybe break in the starting lineup or at least get some minutes early on in the season. The beauty about this season, delight to say, as opposed to last season, is we've got this kind of gradual tiering in system before we start our conference play, which is the culmination, is the important part of the jigsaw. We have obviously games coming up against Duquesne and Pitt this next coming weekend, and we hope to kind of use them as kind of dress rehearsals as we start fine-tuning the pieces and making sure that our kind of engine starts purring. And that's what preseason's all about. That's the beauty. Well, last year we came out the gates and we had 7 conference games at the start. This is a beautiful scenario. We can actually see a season, how it unfolds, how it should be. Use games, and obviously our intent to go into every game, winning every game, performing well in every game, and representing Longwood with the best class and the type of football we like to play. It's going to take a lot of effort. We had a very good spring, and I'll make a note on that. The guys really cemented themselves in spring. We got some good results, some good performances, and that really enthused the team. It galvanized the team, and I think there's a lot of optimism coming into pre-season now. I think some of that's been tempered. The first result didn't go our way, and that goes to show that summer is a big time off from the office. A lot of guys went off and played some PDL ball, which is important to their development. The game of soccer Division I level is round the clock. They can't take time off. But they go off in their different teams, and so collectively they're not working together. So we saw a lot of that in the pre-season, where guys' fitness levels were good, their ideas were good, but it wasn't implemented in a team ethos. So I think 3 days is very early to kind of gauge a team, but I know the energy levels and the willingness is there. And our job as coaching staff, with myself, Eduardo, and Chase Morrison, is make sure these pieces start, blending well together, working on timing, working on understanding. And then I think, we've talked about this many times with the guys, is make sure the demand is there. There's some good guys out there, some very intelligent players, but it's a game of soccer. Things are fast and furious. It's got to be done in the right manner at the right time and be demanded on the field. So we're working on a few of them little tweaks. And I think coming up this Sunday, which is going to be a massive addition to men's soccer, see us in the game. This is where 1,600 student athletes will come down with the Lancer Blue, and it's a phenomenal event. And this was started years and years ago. Stacey Wilkinson and Steve Bodarski, who was a good friends of ours, and good luck to Steve at St. Bonaventure. But he started this thing off, and we hope to continue and represent it with class, where ourselves in field hockey will go before the Longwood staff and faculty and students and play against the William & Mary team, who will be a very good opposition against us. And that should give us a better look of what our team should look like come season time. It's given us a good 10, 12 days of pre-season to allow us to get some of the kinks out from the summer. As the season progresses, our goal is to time things well for the conference. That's what we're here for. That's the identity that we're given to us. And we're delighted to be in the Big South. And this is our first year. We're really going to attack it with the right sort of symmetry that teams should have. So while we're going out with every game and intent of winning every game, we know that the important one comes September 21st when we take on High Point at Lancer Stadium. We've got some payback to have. They did a good number over us last year at their place, and I know we're a very well-matched team when we can perform at the highest level. There's some fantastic teams in the Big South. Teams that, had good seasons last year and some that are up and coming on the rails that we have to be ready for. But I know that if the guys continue with their effort, their work rate, and the timing, and they understand demanding more, and they listen to the coaching staff, we could be in for a very surprising, good, energetic season.